Are you playing No Man's Sky Xeno Arena? Because I am quite ambivalent about it. When I start a battle, I really want to win. I really want to finish it, but when I look at how much time I will need to sink into it just to get all the rewards so I can record this to put it into a video, not looking forward to it. So is it a good update? In a way yes, and in a way no. GoodGuysFree here, and I'm going to tell you what we already know, and I'll add in my thoughts here and there. So let's get started. So first, a quick overview. What is it? Xeno Arena update introduced tactical, turn-based, holographic creature battles against NPCs and against other players. This is so much like Pokemon Arena battles that the Galactic Hub is doing a tournament and they're calling it PokeSean, and Zane calls the creatures battling Xenomon, and I kinda like that name. Before we continue, I want to say a quick thanks to my channel members and Discord staff and volunteers. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Okay, moving on. We're going to talk about the mechanics and the special rewards. And then we'll talk about how to fight, just the basics, how to level up your Xenomon, and finish with how to find good pets to use for battles and how to create a good roster. Okay, let's talk about the mechanics. To begin your journey into creature combat, you first need to complete the introductory questline. Head to the Space Anomaly and speak with the new resident collector, Iteration Oceanus. He is located near the appearance modifier and the egg sequencer. Quite fitting, I know. He will guide you through a few tutorial battles to help you learn the core mechanics. Do not skip this. By the way, right next to Oceanus you will notice two other Holo Arena tables with no NPCs near them. These are dedicated multiplayer tables for player versus player battles against your friends. Once you finish your 3 tutorial battles, a new option will unlock in Oceanus' menu, Arena League Rewards. These are unique prize eggs for special companions, but you cannot just buy them. For each of those eggs, you need to earn a specific medal. To track this, open your Discoveries and Guide page. You will see a brand new faction listed, the Arena League, which has exactly 5 medals to win, 1 for each of the reward eggs. The system is simple. Start with the Holo Arena Victories medal and use the Pin Medal control. This adds the medal to your log as your current active mission, giving you step-by-step guidance. Now it's time for your first real fight. Finishing the tutorial missions with Oceanus rewards you with a Challenger invitation. Fly out to space and use the invite. The game will give you coordinates to a planetary archive to fight your first Challenger. When you arrive at the archive, you will see 2 different arena tables. Make sure you head to the one that is specifically marked for your mission. I tried to fight the other table first to gain another fight, and at least in version 6.32, this causes the Challenger's marker to completely disappear. If you make that mistake, you will have to go to your log and repin the medal, or possibly even go back to Oceanus to get another invite. Every time you advance your Holo Arena Victories medal to a new rank, you will get an invitation to fight a system champion. These are located in the local space station and are always on the table near the Exocraft specialist. And by the way, if you aren't tracking a champion invitation, you can still fight this guy, but it won't count for the champions defeated if the NPC isn't marked. Oh, and also, do not warp away from a system where you have been invited to fight a champion. If you leave the system before defeating them, the game, at least in version 6.32, will not show you another champion marker even if you get another champion invitation and use it. To solve this, return to the system where you have been invited. How? Use a station teleporter. The station with the champion will be marked. If the champion is still not marked, you will have to battle challengers and win another champion invite. This is a bit annoying and cost me a lot of time. Every time you have advanced another rank towards the Champions Defeated medal, you will be able to fight Oceanus for the Iteration Oceanus medal. The Hatch Eggs medal is really simple, but takes a long time. You simply need to hatch 30 eggs. The problem is that each of your current companions can only produce an egg once every 24 hours. They can only do that when they are on a planet with their native climate. The eggs need 24 hours to hatch, and you can never have more than 18 eggs per save file. Oh, and don't forget you need empty slots to hatch the eggs, even if you immediately abandon those companions. So if you want to advance towards this, you need to make a list of the different climates that you have pets from and prepare a tour plan. And once per day, go through the gauntlet of teleporting, hatching the previous day's eggs, abandoning the pets you don't want to keep, and inducing new eggs for that climate and moving to the next. How to find good pets for battles. If you want to dominate the Holo Arena, you need to find the best fighters. Use your analysis visor, and just like switching to search for hotspots, there is now a brand new creature survey mode, which is marked by a little paw icon. Scanning wild animals now reveals their potential battle traits, combat effectiveness, agility, and health, each with its own class. The level keeps changing, but the class remains. Finding a 3 S-class in the wild will save you a massive amount of time grinding for updates, but they are very rare. Notice that non-adoptable fauna doesn't show the combat stats. Also pay close attention to a creature's physical size, because it actually affects its base health pool and agility. The larger the animal, the more health it has, while smaller animals benefit from higher agility. And here is a pro tip found by Reddit users. Creatures of the exact same species on a given planet will have the exact same starting stats and rarity. This means if another player shares the portal coordinates for an amazing S-class pet they found, you can travel to that exact planet and pick up the identical pet for your own team. How to create a good roster. All arena teams are always made up of 3 creatures, so you want to build a highly diverse roster. Luckily, the update expanded our companion register from 18 to 30 slots, giving you plenty of room to collect different fighters. Every Xenomon has an elemental affinity tied directly to its native climate, such as tropical, frost, toxic, mechanical, etc. There are 8 affinities in total, and they act as direct counters to one another. For example, tropical damage is highly effective against anomalous creatures, but it is very weak against mechanical ones. Fire creatures deal devastating damage to frost creatures, but are highly vulnerable to radioactive attacks. Because you need to be able to counter your opponent's lineup, you must expand your roster to include top-tier pets from various different climates. Notice when you start a battle, you can change your lineup, and hovering on the opponent's Xenomon shows you their offensive and defensive strengths and weaknesses. When picking companions to battle, you have to consider the opponent's lineup and their affinities. By going to relevant planets and adopting companions of the types from those planets, you can build a good roster to choose from when starting a battle. How to fight. Combat is a turn-based tactical holographic battle where your goal is to wipe out your opponent's team of 3. Don't worry, your pets aren't actually harmed in the process and will be returned to full health at the start of the next match. I actually had one case where an opponent had only 2 companions in the lineup. Was it a bug? Let me know if you see this happen again. Okay, so how do you pick the perfect pets for a specific battle? Alien lifeforms and system champions will always form their battle teams from locally sourced fauna. This means that challengers on planets will only use fauna found on that planet. This also means that a champion on the space station will only use creatures from the planets in their specific star system. To counter them, select Change Lineup and pick your companions that you think have the best chances by having Xenomon that have either strong attacks against the biome affinity types of the opponent's lineup or strong defenses against them. I think the affinities are set up such that it is not possible to find a Xenomon that is both a good attacker of a specific affinity and also a good defender against it. The tactical part doesn't end with choosing the right lineup. During the battle, each Xenomon has 3 offensive abilities and 2 other abilities that you can use at any round. Every turn, you choose one of your creature's abilities to play, and most abilities have cooldowns. However, some are delayed, like Magma Bomb that waits 3 turns and then deals massive amounts of damage, or Matter Transfer, which gives a big heal but is delayed 3 turns. Some attacks give damage over time, and so on. Keep an eye on your cooldowns, and remember that most hostile abilities have a chance to miss depending on the opponent's agility rating. If a creature falls in combat, you will need to choose which one should step up to take its place. How to level up your Xenomon. As you battle, your companions earn experience and mutation progress to level up. But there's a catch that Zane found out. Only the specific Xenomon that lands the killing blow on an enemy receives the mutation progress. Defeating a space station trainer's creature awards exactly 31% progress to the pet that took it out. Once a creature reaches 100% progress, it earns a gene edit point. These go towards a maximum of 30 gene edits that ramp up combat, health, and agility. Once you've brought a companion to the full 10 out of 10 upgrades of these 3, it is fully trained, and that advances your Apex Companion's medal ranking. Another way to get gene edit points is to feed your pet retroviral pellets, which you win from battles. These give 1 gene edit point each. Beyond the first 30, your pet keeps accumulating gene edit points, which can then be used to mutate the Xenomon's 3 offensive abilities and 2 other abilities, giving you the option to change how they fight. Personality and creative mode. Before I wrap up, there's another little combat quirk you should know about. A creature's personality influences its behavior in the arena. I noticed that creatures with a very high helpfulness stat might actually perform an attack entirely on their own. It's basically a free bonus turn, and every now and then, Xenomon would do various actions on their own, even things that are not one of the 5 actions. What about creative mode? Well, creative mode does not allow you to genetically mutate your companions for free. You still need to gain your gene edits normally through battling, and you also still need to earn retrovirus pellets by winning battles. Creative mode won't just give them to you for free either. This is a great decision by the developers because it means players can't just cheat their way to an overpowered S-Class team for PvP battles. The other thing that is still a bit of a mystery is the daily challenges. The update trailer explicitly mentioned daily challenges in the arena.
Take on daily challenges in the arena.
But it's still not entirely clear how this works. But I have a hunch that after you complete the questline, Oceanus will battle you once a day too. So, if you're looking for players to battle, trade S-Class eggs with, or if you just need a friendly place to hang out, come join our Discord server. The link is in the description. If this guide helped you, hit like and consider subscribing. GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.